ready, and...
That was the Melodic Orchestra. I have been asked to feature them and they sound awesome. They were playing Ichabod's Walk. If you know anything about Sleepy Hollow, New York and Ichabod Crane, that is a piece of music that was written to represent Ichabod's Walk. And you can hear the little creepy part that came in at the end. So you guys sounded great. It was awesome featuring you. How lucky are we that we can have this type of music on our announcements every morning and celebrate our kids? So a couple of things for the announcements. First of all, don't forget about the Student Council food drive. There are bins in your home base and you can be bringing in items. The winner of the food drive, the home base winner, gets a pizza party. So make sure that you're bringing in some items and all of that goes to the Middlesex County Food Pantry. I'd like to also talk about today is the last day of T2. It's the last day, so get your schedules out, get on Genesis, take a peek, get to know what your encores are going to be for T3 because tomorrow you will do the rotations. That means if you're in 6th grade, you're going to be rotating your world language. If you're in 7th grade and 8th grade, it could include health and your trimester encores as well as 6th grade has health as well. So just make sure that you know where you're going and the classrooms that you're going to. World language is always in a unique spot, so just make sure you know where you're headed. I'd like to give a huge shout out to our Science Olympiad kids. They just got on the bus. They're off to go. They won't hear these announcements, but we hope to have some great news to share later on today or tomorrow. And to our orchestra students who are going out on the festival today, we wish you the very best and have fun. We also have a huge announcement regarding the spelling bee, but I'm not by my desk. So I don't have the information that Mrs. Maurer put out for me, but she put a beautiful thing out for me talking about spelling bee and that some of our kids went on to be finalists. So tomorrow, I promise you I will announce who that is because I will have everything right in front of me. I do want to talk a little bit about the pie in the face bracket. So the pie in the face bracket is in the lunchroom, and I'm just going to tell you now, when we go down to 6th grade right now, here's who is in contention. 6th grade, it's between Miss Zicka and Miss Moriarty, or Miss Barrio and Miss Annuario. So there's your choices. 7th grade, it's Mr. Gavin and Miss Silcox going against each other this week, and Mr. Villio and Mrs. Gavin. This could end up being a Gavin attack. And then in 8th grade, it's Quilter against Mr. Boucher, and then Mr. Morgan against Miss McMahon. So just make sure that you're bringing in your money and donations and you're voting for Pie in the Face. We also have Miss Sims going against Mr. Strews, Mrs. Helmsdorfer going against Mrs. Miller, and then in administrative side of things, it's me against Mr. Kimmick. So get your votes in for Mr. Kimmick there. And then Mr. Embley against Mr. Boehm. So the winners of those pair-ups that I gave you are going to go on to then face each other. So, you know, if Mr. Kimmick wins and Mr. Embley wins, they'll be going against each other. And then we'll have our finalists, and the pie in the face is going to take place at our Patterns Assembly. That Patterns Assembly is going to be on March 24th. So we have a little bit of time, and then we'll have that assembly. I believe that concludes everything. I tried to rattle through a bunch of things right away. And so I'm going to sneak into Mr. Quilter's room so that you can stand for the salute to the flag. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll end it as I have been. Do your best. Be better each and every day. Have a great day, Crossroads.